Bonjour à toutes et à tous et bienvenue dans une nouvelle vidéo sur Learn to French. Je m'appelle Eden et j'enseigne le français. Hello and welcome to another video on Learn to French. So if you are new here, my name is Eden and I teach French. Aujourd'hui, on va parler des nombres en français. On va apprendre à compter en français. So in today's video, we are diving into the world of French numbers and we are going to start with some basics. This video is meant for beginners, but you are also more than welcome to watch it if you are struggling with French numbers, regardless of your level, of course. Before we begin, let's clarify two important terms. Chiffre and nombre. Un chiffre et un nombre. So in the French language, un chiffre refers to a digit from 0 to 9. Un chiffre. Un nombre est une combinaison de chiffres. C'est un ensemble de chiffres. Par exemple, 2, c'est un chiffre et 12, c'est un nombre. Dans le nombre 12, on a le chiffre 1 et le chiffre 2. Donc 1 et 2 sont des chiffres et 12 est un nombre. So let's move on with the basics. The numbers from 1 to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Répétez après moi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So practice saying these out loud to get comfortable with the pronunciation. Now what comes after 10? On a 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Notice how from 1 to 16 we have specific names for these numbers. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And 17, 18, 19 are a combination of digits. So we have 17, 10 et 7, 17. 18, 10 et 8 becomes 18. So instead of having that S sound at the end of 10, we have a Z sound. 18 and not 18. We say 18. Remember how French pronunciation rules are also about making the language sound nice. So instead of saying 18, you are going to say 18. 18. 19. 19 and not 19. 19. So now let's take a look at tens. Donc 10, 20, 30, etc. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Once again, encore une fois, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Tout va très bien. Let's count within those tens. They follow the same pattern. So for the first one, 21, 31, 41, 51, 61. So it's basically 20 and 1, 30 and 1, 40 and 1, up to 61. We are only going to use et for the ones. So 21, 31, 41, 51, 61. And then the pattern stays the same without the et. So 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Notice how I pronounce the T of 20 when there's a digit following. 21, 22, 22 and not 22, 22, 23, 24, etc. For 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. So the pattern is the same for 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. You have the tens and then you have your digits. So before we move on to the rest of this video, I'm thrilled to talk about my channel's longtime sponsor, LanguaTalk, and of course their new platform, Lengua. These websites are game changers when it comes to learning French or another language, of course. Basically, LanguaTalk is an online platform which allows you to connect with expert French tutors online for personalized one-on-one lessons. So you get to have your lessons with your tutor from the comfort of your own home. And LanguaTalk has recently developed Lengua, which is a new AI platform that lets you practice French anytime and anywhere, because you can use it on your laptop, on your tablet, or on your smartphone. What I love the most about Lengua is their chat feature. So you can have real conversations with AI characters to improve your French skills. It's like having an always available language partner to talk to. I think it's a great way to work on your French conversation skills outside of your one-on-one lessons with your tutor if you have one. Because adjusting your schedule is not always an easy thing, especially if your tutor lives in a different time zone. And actually, I'm not the only fan. I also have some family members I've introduced Lengua to, and they have been using it to practice either French or English. I also have some great news. Lengua is offering my viewers 20% off their first month on Lengua Pro, and you can enjoy this special offer by clicking on the link in the description of this video. If you are looking for a French tutor and would like to have one-on-one lessons online from the comfort of your own home, you can also check the link below that for LanguaTalk. Now let's get back to our French numbers lesson. After 69, so after 69, the system and pattern changes a bit. Let's start with the tens. 70, 70. Notice how we have 60, 60. 70 is 70, so 60, 10. You probably already know this. 80, 420. Donc 80 is 80, which is kind of logical. 4 times 20, 80. So 80. And then we have 90, 90, 80, 10, which is 4 times 20 plus 10. 90. Now let's count within those numbers. 70, 60, 10. 71, 60 et 11. So 60 and 11 for 71. 60 and 11. 60 et 11. 71. Remember to make it sound nice. 71. 72. 73. 74. 75. 76. 77. 78. 79. 80. 4 20s. 80. The E for 81 drops. We don't have it anymore. 81. 82. 83. 84. 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90. So basically from 60 to 90, it's kind of like counting from 1 to 30 when you look at the second part of the numbers. And then when we reach 90, remember 90 for 2010, the E still drops. There's no E here. 91, 92. So keep this in mind. When you have the 10, 90 or 70 or 90, what comes after is going to be 11. So 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. I think that the tricky part is starting after 69. It can be confusing for some. Practicing out loud is going to help you memorize those numbers. I would like you to work on some exercises, but I am not going to do that today, not in this video, because I think I should do another video for that specifically. I wanted to talk about some particularities regarding spelling. So what you should know is that for 80, 80, we say 80. You can't hear anything in particular, but when you read it, 80 has an S at the end of 20. And this S disappears when another number follows. You can read 80, but 81, 82. No S if there is another number after 20. This is the same thing with 100. So 100, 100 has no S. But when it comes to 200, 300, 400, if there is a number after 100, the S drops completely. But if 100 from 200, 300, 400 is not followed by any number, then you are going to keep that S. It doesn't make any difference when you say it out loud, but it can make a difference when you read it and there's a word after 80 or 200. For example, il a 80 ans. So we're pronouncing the S from 20 as a liaison. 80 ans. 200 ans. So that's where it's important. Another fact that I think you should know is that in countries like Belgium and Switzerland, where they also speak French, they use a more logical system for 70 and 90. For 70, instead of 70, they use 70, and for 90, 90. So it follows the 40, 50, 60 pattern. Some regions will also use octante for 80, but I would say that would be less common. If you're studying French for, let's say, Switzerland or Belgium, that's something that you should know. So remember, practice makes perfect. Try counting out loud and challenge yourself to quickly recognize and say these numbers in everyday situations. I will be coming up with an exercise video, hopefully that will help you master these numbers in French. So don't forget to check out Lingua Talk and Lingua in the links in the description of this video. Je vous dis merci beaucoup d'être resté avec moi aujourd'hui et à très bientôt pour une nouvelle vidéo sur Learn to French. Au revoir!